I'm Ben Schachter. Welcome to Signature Tube. I'm the broker and owner of the Signature Real Estate Companies here in Boca Raton. I am joined with two fantastic gentlemen from Minuteman Press here in Boca Raton, Lash Hamilton and Mike Orr. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you?
We're well.
Welcome to Signature. Very happy to have you.
Thank you for having us.
There's lots of printing companies. I want to know what makes Minuteman just as special as it is. Now, I have used other printing companies in the past, but I know that Signature relies on your firm, Minuteman Press of Boca Raton, for all of our printing and graphics needs. Tell our audience, what is it that makes Minuteman just as special as it is?
Well, one of the things that I have found very important is customer service, and obviously a lot of other print shops and other companies talk about customer service. I have tried to make this really simple for my staff. And from a customer service standpoint, we have really rallied around a quote by Maya Angelou, which the essence of the quote is, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So we simply want our clients to feel like they were treated well, treated right, and got a fair value at Minuteman Press of Boca.
Fantastic, fantastic. Lash, anything you'd like to share about Minuteman that really sets Minuteman Press of Boca Raton apart?
Well, I mean, I can reiterate what Mike said, but the other thing is I think we try to go above and beyond to make sure that our clients are happy with the service, with the quality of product, and just basically trying to build a friendship and family atmosphere with our clients.
Well, that's important. I know we here at Signature have a family-run business, and we like to treat our customers like family, so that's the synergies between our firm. Mike, tell me, what is your background? Where'd you go to school? How'd you get in the printing business? And how'd you make the success of your company that you have thus far today?
All right. Originally, my wife and I are both from Michigan, grew up there. Went to Michigan State twice, bachelor's in accounting, then an information systems degree. Ended up going into consulting, helping small businesses get better. Did that for 4 years up in Michigan. Eventually got a new job in Tampa, Florida, because we wanted to try the Florida weather instead of Michigan.
I can't imagine why you'd want to leave Michigan. I'm baffled by that.
Yeah, 27 years was plenty. So was in consulting again in Tampa for a couple years. My wife and I, we decided it was time to have kids. I was on the road all the time as a consultant, so started looking for a job for a company. That brought us to South Florida and went to Office Depot's corporate headquarters, and there for 10 years doing special projects. So I was essentially an internal consultant there. Part of my time there was spent helping them with marketing, fell in love with marketing, and decided I wanted to help small businesses and organizations market themselves. So after 10 years, started looking for an opportunity to do that, and thought a print shop was a great way to get a client base that I could help grow themselves. And so we made the plunge.
Fantastic. And what's your background, Lash?
Well, I grew up here in South Florida. I was born in Miami, lived in South Jersey, and also in Texas. When I was in Texas, I ran a print company called Powerful Promotions. That's where I, learned a lot of my skills in the printing industry. I was there for 8 years. So when I brought it back over here, got hired with Mike, and we've pretty much become a pretty good team, I think. I mean, we've I think, ironed out all the kinks, and I think we're moving forward at a pretty good pace.
So I understand Minuteman Press is part of a larger organization, whether it's a branch or a franchise. What makes Minuteman Press Boca special? I know from my perspective, it's the level of service that we receive. And Lash has become the face of the organization as far as I'm concerned. Yet I know there's an army of people in the office actually getting the job done. But what do you see as what separates you from not only other branches, but all the other printers in the area? Because I've chosen to give you my business, so you have my endorsement, you have my blessing. We're real happy with your services. But tell our audience, what is it that makes Minuteman Press just so special?
Well, one of the things that we continuously do is look for new and interesting ways to grow our own business. So we've expanded into different areas that a lot of other print shops haven't, specifically other Minuteman Press stores, in terms of being able to do graphic design as part of their team, do signs, do some promotional products, and a big one for us is direct mail as well. We do a lot of that stuff all in-house with a team of 25 now. From a Minuteman Press franchise standpoint, we're, of the 900 or so worldwide, we're top 15 in size, so certainly unlike any other Minuteman Press around. So that investment in really expanding our capabilities so that we can be a true one-stop shop for a lot of our clients is what really separates us.
You mentioned that there's 25 people back in the office, and even though we see and touch and feel and have fun with Lash on a regular basis,
right.
Tell us about your team, because obviously it's the people that what makes it special. It's not a copy machine in your office. It's certainly not a computer in your office. Tell us about that team, because we want to know every time we order a box of business cards or stationery or a promotional product, who has their hand in that transaction and who's really making this business run under your leadership.
All right, so my wife and I own the business jointly. She is also very involved with the business. From a roles and responsibilities standpoint, I kind of handle more of the vision and direction of the business. She's more day-to-day with the operations. The other people that are involved intimately with all the jobs, our production manager, obviously very involved making sure everything gets done well, gets done on time. And we have a graphics and pre-press manager as well that also he's reviewing files and making sure things are going to come out as expected or better from our clients. And he manages the graphics team. And then, of course, we've got bindery and have a bindery supervisor back there that makes sure things are getting checked for quality and getting boxed correctly and delivered correctly and all that.
One thing I'd like to add to that is that a lot of the employees, some of them been there for 13 years.
Right. Yes.
So it's not. We're not a revolving door. I've been there for almost 3 years now. Most of the people have been there for longer. So we do have a nice tight-knit group of people working together, so that everything's constant. So you're not getting one day you get a job, you get business cards and they're different from the next time. You're always going to get that, quality every time you order something.
So obviously, Signature's a real estate company. We understand you do business with lots of different industries providing printing services. We just happen to be a pretty heavy consumer. Let's talk specifically about my business here at Signature and my industry. I know you have some really fantastic mailing products, and even though the whole world has gone to the World Wide Web, we've got Trulia, Zillow, Realtor.com, a lot of realtors still like the traditional, somewhat old-fashioned postcard in the mailbox, those regular touches. Tell us about your mailing services, because I think a lot of realtors have great apprehension about how to run an effective mail campaign, who to partner with. They don't mind spending the money, but they want the money used effectively. Can you tell us about the mailing services you offer that could be useful for realtors?
Sure. Well, the first one that we offer is EDDM, which is Every Door Direct Mail. It is an affordable, targeted marketing campaign that you send out to a carrier route. And what happens is you go to the website, you can pick out your carrier route, you find out how many are in that carrier route, you get a price for what it costs for the postage. Pretty simple, and it breaks it right down. You can give us a call, how many cards you need printed. We can print the cards for you, and basically at that step, we can do the rest for you. We will take it to the post office, we'll do all the paperwork for you, and we'll actually, deliver the extra cards here for you. So
I don't have to go to the post office. I don't have to put stamps on the envelopes.
You don't have to put stamps on the envelopes. All you need to do is just let us know exactly the target area that you want to hit. If you have a street address, if you have a zip code, and then if you can just pinpoint something out, we can actually find that for you, and even get we can get the numbers for you, or you can sit there and do it yourself. It's very simple. Hopefully we can put something together for all the realtors to maybe a webinar or something like that they can get familiar with this process and basically go out for just listed cards, just sold cards, for just branding themselves in their areas if they have certain farm areas that they like to send out mail to on a daily basis. The other thing is that it's affordable. The postage compared to a first-class stamp's 49 cents. This is 17.7 cents.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Very big difference. The only issue with EDDM that you have to deal with is that you have to send, to the whole carrier. So
100%.
100%. So if you want to actually mail 400 cards to a certain area and the carrier route say 550, you're going to have to mail the 550.
But if the savings that you get on the postage, why not have the extra 150 cards go out and get a little extra exposure?
Exactly. You might get some more exposure. You might even get a deal from it.
That's fantastic. Now, if I didn't want to do every door direct and I had a specific mailing list, some customers in Boca, some in Del Rey, some in New Jersey, some in Connecticut, if I give you a mailing list and I tell you what I'd like to mail out, can you handle that type of mailing job for me?
We can handle that type of job. Simple. All you have to do is send me the list. You send me the artwork. We will address the cards for you. We'll deliver them to the post office. So everything's hands off for you. The only thing that I need from the realtors is basically the mailing list and where they need to send it. And we'll give them a quote and we'll move forward, and it's easy peasy kind of thing.
Now, Mike mentioned that you have graphic arts in your office. Here at Signature, of course, we have a great team. They work well with you. Actually, they're the ones that met you and introduced you to our firm. So we have a good thing going where we design all of our own materials. But for an independent realtor or a smaller business owner that doesn't have their own in-house arts team, you can help design content for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. That's terrific. Are there any marquee products that you feature or that you sell that just jump off top of mind, other than postcards, what we spoke about, that seem to be hot items right now that you're selling a lot of or seeing a lot of people use? Doesn't necessarily have to be real estate related. Just any particular items that seem to be really desirable and functional right now.
A lot of things. We just purchased 3 new digital presses. They actually 2 of them can do banner sheets, so they can print up to 27 inches long and 13 inches wide.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of digital presses can't do that. So if you wanted a nice big trifold, or if you have a lot of information, if you have if you have a multi-million-dollar house that you have 8 bedrooms and 7 baths, and you need a ton of pictures and a lot of room to make a brochure, we can do that.
I think that's fantastic, and you do that right here in your Boca Raton shop.
Yep,
Right.
and if the other thing is too, you don't need a high volume. We can do 20 of them, or we can do 2,000 of them.
For some of the higher end homes, it might be a great option for them to leave in the house itself as a takeaway, because there's a lot of real estate when you have 3 panels that are 8.5 by 11 and double sided that you can really showcase the homes.
We're working on something right here at Signature right now. We're putting together a map of all of our offices in South Florida, and we do have over a dozen locations, and we want the map to be visually appealing and also functional. So that would be a great product, even for us, to display our large maps on for our agents to know where our offices are located.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad to know that. I've learned something new today. Terrific.
Good.
Now, as a busy broker, I know that most of my time is spent with agents. My agent's time is spent with buyers and sellers. I know one of the customer service value adds you bring is that for a volume customer, you're nice enough to deliver the pieces, which makes a big difference, because not all of us have SUVs, not all of us have the time to run over to your shop. And I understand for smaller orders, people would go to you, but I can tell you that's a major benefit for us, that you're able to bring our purchases right to our office here in Boca. I understand you are Minuteman Boca Raton, right here. What is your geographical reach? If a customer calls you in Miami, if a customer calls you in Jupiter, can you and are you permitted and will you go outside of Boca Raton?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have any territory restrictions from a franchise standpoint. So the bulk of our business is obviously local, but we deliver north and south all the time. And if somebody is outside kind of the normal free delivery area, then UPS local ground is relatively inexpensive, and with traffic the way it is these days, certainly convenient for the agents to just receive it at their house.
I'm trying to figure out how to get UPS to bring gas to my house, because I don't want to go to the gas station. When I figure that out, I'll let you know. Tell me, as far as your customer base goes, you've built it over the last 10 or so years, plus obviously you're sophisticated guys, you're entrepreneurs. Who is your target client? It doesn't have to be in the real estate business per se, but if our viewers can refer business your way, who ideally is your target audience client that you'd like to touch more and build more relationships with?
So we actually see three different target clients. One is obviously a small business owner, which is essentially a real estate agent. We treat them like a small business owner. The other one is an office manager for a larger or medium-sized business, and then the marketing departments for the big organizations. All of those we serve very, very well. They want to be able to have one place to go and know that they're going to get great quality in the timing that they want at the price that's fair.
Terrific, terrific. Well, I know, as I said, we've used you for a few years now. We're tremendously happy with your services.
Awesome, thank you.
We've ordered things even like this banner here, and at times a frame has cracked, and right away you've been quick to replace it for us, or someone's misplaced the backing of a magnet, you've been quick to replace it. So we're going to keep sending our business your way. We're very pleased with the products. We're really pleased with the staff, and we thank you for coming to see us today and sharing some of your business with our agents, with our viewers, with our guests, and we're going to continue building that relationship together, because quite frankly, the more successful you can make, we can help you become, the more successful we are becoming, because we're doing more purchasing from you. More business cards, more stationery pieces, more brochures. I think you guys actually made these beautiful pieces for us right here, and we go through these things like hotcakes. Everyone loves them, and the quality of your materials are excellent. So we're pleased all around. Is there anything we didn't cover today that you'd like to share?
I don't think I have anything.
I think we hit everything.
Good. We've covered a lot of ground. Gentlemen, Mike, a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lash, it's always great to see
Ben.
you. Thank you for being here today on our show. I want to thank everyone watching Signature 2 for joining us. Don't forget to visit Minuteman Boca Raton right here. We've got Lash and Mike with us. We're thrilled to have them. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next time. This is a courtesy presentation by the Signature Real Estate Companies. Have a great day.